Hello, good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to see the second poem. Name of the poem, The Indian Weavers. Now, see, this poem is composed by Indian poetess Sarojini Naidu. Now, see the introduction of the poem. Indian Weavers is a poem from the volume The Golden Threshold Umberta, Soneri Umberta by Sarojini Naidu. प्रस्तुत कविता ही भारतीय विणकर सरोजिनी नायडू या भारतीय कवयित्रीच्या सोनेरी उंबरठा या काव्यसंग्रहामधून घेतलेली आहे. इन विच द पोएट हायलाइट्स the craftsmanship of the weavers. She talks of the three important stages in human life. In the present poem, poet Sarojini Naidu is going to present the three stages of human life. Which are the stages? Birth, youth, and death. And attributes different colors and different parts of the day to those stages. In the present poem, Indian poetess Sarojini Naidu has been focusing three main important elements of human life, and these are birth, youth, and death. And each human stage especially attracted, attributes, fascinated, enchanted, glamoured the various types of colors. Now see, the weavers weave a blue cloth for a newborn baby in the morning. Poet Sarojini Naidu is going to express here for a newborn baby early in the dawn, early in the morning when the day breaks. There is a dawn early in the morning. Weavers started their looms purposely weaving, and they start to weave the blue colors for the newborn babies. And in the morning, a green and purple marriage veil for a queen in the evening, and a white funeral shroud for a dead man in the night. This poem is contained only three stanzas. First stanza for the birth of a newborn baby means birth of the baby. Then second stanza is especially mentioned for the youth, and the last stanza mentioned for the death. And three stanzas means the three stages of human life specifically here shows that the different colors of human life. For the newborn baby, early in the morning, early in the dawn, weavers started to weave the cloth and it colors blue. For the second stanza, Sarojini Naidu presents here a color especially likes the period of youth, especially the marriage. Well, the green and purple marriage well for a queen in the evening, for bridegroom, here for bride and bridegroom, poet says The weavers are weaving the purple and green marriage veil for both the bride and bridegroom. And in the last stage of human life, that is a evening, that is a night. And for that purpose, weavers are going to weave the a funeral shroud, funeral अंत्ययात्रा, श्राउड प्रेतवस्त्र. प्रस्तुत कवितेमध्ये कवयित्री सरोजिनी नायडू कवितेच्या 3 कडव्यामधून मानवी जीवनाच्या 3 महत्त्वपूर्ण अवस्थांचं वर्णन करतात. पहिल्या कडव्यामध्ये कवयित्री सांगते की जन्माला येणाऱ्या बाळासाठी, जन्म घेतलेल्या बाळासाठी विणकर पहाटेच्या रम्य प्रसन्न अशा वातावरणामध्ये निळ्या रंगाचं वस्त्र विणायला घेतोय. पुढे दुपारच्या वेळेला तारुण्याच्या उंबरट्यावर वधूवरांसाठी जांभळ्या आणि हिरव्या रंगाचे शालू, हिरव्या रंगाचे वस्त्र विणकर विणायला घेतोय. आणि पुढे कवयित्री सांगते की आयुष्याच्या संध्याकाळी, आयुष्याच्या शेवटी, वृद्धापकाळामध्ये जेव्हा माणसाचा मृत्यू होतो तेव्हा हाच विणकर पांढऱ्या शुभ्र रंगाचं प्रेतवस्त्र विणायला घेतो. अगदी थोडक्यामध्ये मोजक्याच ओळीमध्ये कवयित्री मानवी जीवनाचा खूप मोठा आशय प्रस्तुत कवितेमध्ये वर्णन करते. Thus, the colors and the different times of the day metaphorically represent the different stages of human life. In the present poem, Indian weavers, poetess Sarojini Naidu presents the different stages of human life, and each human stage prefers different type of colors. This is the speciality of the poem. Now see something about the poetess. Sarojini Naidu was born in 1879 and was died in 1949, means only 2 years after getting independence. Was one of the most prominent political leaders of the Indian freedom struggle. 1879 ते 1949 असा यांचा जीवन प्रवास. भारतीय स्वातंत्र्याच्या प्राप्तीनंतर अवघ्या 2 वर्षांनी त्यांचा मृत्यू झालेला. एक प्रभावशाली महिला राजकारणी म्हणून त्यांचा खास उल्लेख करावा लागेल. भारतीय स्वातंत्र्य चळवळीमध्ये स्वतःला झोकून देणारी एक अग्रणी राजकारणी म्हणून त्यांचा उल्लेख करावा लागेल. She was known for her exceptional oratory skills and her strong, impactful poems having nationalist themes. Sarojini Naidu was very expert in speaking, means it is rightly said that she was a nightingale of India. Her speaking dominism was impacted on the listeners. त्यांच्या शब्दामध्ये प्रचंड शब्दसौष्ठव ताकद होती. ऐकणारी लोक त्यामुळं प्रभावित व्हायची. She started writing from a very early age Well before she joined the Indian freedom struggle, she was not only the first woman president of the Indian National Congress but also the first woman to hold the office of the governor of independent India. Sarojini Naidu was the first Indian lady president of the Indian National Congress. पहिल्या भारतीय राष्ट्रीय काँग्रेसच्या त्या महिला अध्यक्ष होत्या. अनेक गुणांनी संपन्न असलेलं त्यांचं व्यक्तिमत्व भारतीय राजकारणामध्ये, भारतीय स्वातंत्र्याच्या चळवळीमध्ये त्यांना समाविष्ट करून घेतलं गेलं किंवा त्या समाविष्ट झाल्यात असं आपल्याला म्हणावं लागेल. द टायटल ऑफ नाइटिंगेल ऑफ इंडिया was bestowed upon her for her immense literary contribution. Whatever she has contributed to the Indian English literature, and that contribution has bestowed her as the Nightingale of India. भारताचा नाइटिंगेल, एक गाणारा गोड पक्षी म्हणून त्यांनी केलेल्या भारतीय इंग्रजी साहित्याच्या देणगीबाबत त्यांना कौतुकाने हे शीर्षक बहाल करण्यात आलं. ए ट्रू फेमिनिस्ट, खरी स्त्रीत्ववादी व्यक्तिमत्व असलेली, सी ऑल्सो फॉट फॉर द इक्वॅलिटी ऑफ वुमन इन द सोसायटी अँड रोट पोएम्स to spread awareness about the inequality in the society. In her whole life, from her poems, she has purposely stressed the subject of inequality about women in the society. She continuously fought only for the sake of women's equality इन द सोसायटी. भारतीय पुरुषप्रधान संस्कृतीमध्ये, भारतीय पुरुषप्रधान समाजामध्ये स्त्रियांना असलेली हिनकसतेची वागणूक, कमीत्वाची भावना याच्या विरुद्ध त्या आयुष्यभर लढल्या. त्यांच्या काव्यामधून, त्यांच्या प्रत्येक लेखणीमधून, साहित्यकृतीमधून स्त्री पुरुष उच्च नीचतेची भावना या लेखनावर त्यांनी प्रकाश टाकण्याचा प्रखर त्यांनी प्रयत्न केलेला दिसून येतो. द गोल्डन थ्रेशोल्ड 1905, सोनेरी उंबरठा ह्या काव्यसंग्रह 1905 मध्ये प्रकाशित. वॉज हर फर्स्ट व्हॅल्यूम ऑफ पोएट्री. सोनेरी उंबरठा हा 1905 मध्ये त्यांचा प्रकाशित झालेला पहिला काव्यसंग्रह होय. which was followed by The Bird of Time 1912 and The Broken Wings 1917. 1912 बर्ड ऑफ टाईम आणि 1917 तुटलेले पंख, द ब्रोकन विंग्स असे काव्यसंग्रह प्रकाशित झाले. नाउ सी बॉईज, स्टुडंट्स, टुडे देन आफ्टर पोएट we are going to see that the stanza-wise summary, paraphrase of the poem Indian Weavers. Now see the first stanza. The poem is about the three stages of life: birth, youth and death. Now which poem we are going to see? That poem is contained three stanzas, and each stanza presents the specific stage of human life. See, the first stanza indicates birth, second for marriage, and third is only for the death, which are represented by the three garments that the weavers weave at three different times of the day. The colors of the garments and the time of the day during which they are being woven is of great importance, as it is symbolic of each stage. Now see, each stanza presents the symbolic human's life, stage of human life. The very first stanza poet says indicates the first stanza, that is the birth. And here in the very first stanza, the weaver is weaving a specific colored cloth for the just a baby yet to be born, new inborn baby. See, first stanza, weavers weaving at break of day. That's phrase, break of day, means early in the dawn, early in the morning, पहाटेच्या प्रहरी, सकाळच्या वेळी. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Early in the dawn, the weaver wakes up early in the morning and he started to weave a garment very happily, a designed dress very happily. And poet is going to ask very early in the morning, very happy mood, what you are doing. Then the weaver is going to say that blue colored of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Now see the word halcyon. It is kingfisher, a bird which has bright colorful plumes. In such color, the weaver is very happily early in the morning, early in the dawn, is going to weave the robes of a newborn baby. Now see the second stanza of the poem. The poet asks the weavers why they are weaving a garment so early in the morning. The weavers answer that they are weaving the garment for a newborn child. Here the waves compare the color of the robes to the bright blue colored wings of the wild halcyon. In the present stanza, poet asks whom? Weavers. Early in the dawn, early in the morning, very happily, very joyful, very satisfied mood. What type of cloth you are going to wear? Then weavers are going to say that is a fresh blue colored, a plums like a kingfisher bird. Such type of robe we are going to wear for a only newborn child. Now see the stanza number 2 in the present poem. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. In the second stanza, poet Sarojini Naidu is going to ask the weavers at the time of nightfall what type of clothes you are going to wear. Then weavers are going to say that they are weaving the clothes for like plums of peacock, purple and green, जांभळे आणि हिरव्या रंगात मोरपंखी रंगाचं. कुणासाठी? We weave the marriage veils of a queen. ऐन तारुण्याच्या उंबरठ्यात उभ्या असलेल्या नववधूच्या अंगावर शोभायमान दिसणाऱ्या एखाद्या मोरपंखी पैठणीचं वस्त्र आम्ही विणतो आहोत. Here the second stanza poet Sarojini Naidu has described, that is the climax of human life. That's a peak of human life. First of all, there is birth. Second, there is youth. poet has presented. See the theme. In the stanza number 2, the poet asks the weavers why they are weaving such a bright colored garment in the evening. The weavers answer that they are weaving the marriage veils for a queen by using purple and green colors which resemble the colorful feathers of a peacock. In the present second stanza, poet asks the weavers what type of color, what type of clothes you are going to wear. The weavers politely replied that just they are going to wear the veil of the queen, especially those who are entering thresholds in the marriage. Here, the stanza number 3, last stanza of the poem. Now see, last stanza of the poem. Weavers weaving Solomon and still. Solomon, nervous, disappointed, khinna, udas, shanta. Solomon and still. In the very first line of the last stanza, poet Sarojini Naidu describes the pictures where weaver is weaving the cloth very solemnly, very silently. What do you wear in the moonlight chill, white as a feather and white as a cloud? We wear a dead man's funeral shroud. In the very last stanza of the poem, poet says Sarojini Naidu is going to ask the weavers in the chill and cloudy atmosphere at the time of night what you are going to wear. Then weavers replied, we are very nervously, very depressedly, we are going to wear the dead man's funeral shroud. प्रस्तुत तिसऱ्या कडव्यामध्ये कवयित्री सरोजिनी नायडू विणकरांना विचारते की एवढ्या थंड आणि शांत रात्री तुम्ही काय विणता आहात. तेव्हा ते विणकर खिन्नतेने निराशेने उत्तर देतात की मानवाच्या अंतयात्रेचं शेवटचं अंतवस्त्र आम्ही विणत आहोत आणि हे वस्त्र ते विणत असताना त्याची खिन्नता, त्याची उदासीनता विणकरांच्या चेहऱ्यावर स्पष्टपणे दिसते. हे तिसरं कडव्यातील पहिली ओळ आपल्याला सांगते. नाउ सी द थीम ऑफ द थर्ड अँड लास्ट स्टांझा ऑफ द पोएम. Unlike in the first and the second stanza, the weavers are depicted as weaving silently in this last stanza. Now see, first and second stanza, weavers are very delightful. Weavers are very happy in a very optimistic and positive mode of human life. But poet says that in the third stanza, weavers are looking disappointed. They are not satisfied. They are not contented. They are quite nervous because that nervousness looks like on their face. Whatever unhappiness or misery we are trying to hide, we can't hide because everything displays on face. It is rightly said that face is the index of mind. माणसाने दुःख कितीही झाकण्याचा, लपवण्याचा प्रयत्न केला तर ती लपवता येत नाही, तर झाकता येत नाहीत, कारण ती चेहऱ्यावर स्पष्ट दिसतात. असं म्हटलं जातं की चेहरा ही मानवी मनाची अनुक्रमणिका असते. It is someone has said rightly, the face is the index of human mind. So in the very last stanza, weavers are quite nervous. And that nervousness looks like on their face. When the poet asks them why they are waving in the chilly midnight, the poet says Sarojini Naidu, who is bestowed as a Nightingale of India, she asks a delicate and touchable question. Delicate, हृदयस्पर्शी, भावनिक प्रश्न. कवयित्री विणकरांना एक हळवा प्रश्न विचारते की अशा प्रसन्न आणि शांत थंडीच्या रात्री आपण कोणतं वस्त्र विणत आहात. तेव्हा विणकर उत्तर देतात. The weavers are replied the answer to the Sarojini Naidu. We are weaving such a white cloth. We are weaving such a white cloth for the funeral of the person dead. Especially we are weaving a dead man's funeral shroud. मानवाच्या अंतयात्रेचं अंतवस्त्र विणण्याचं काम आम्ही करत आहोत. म्हणून आम्ही उदास आहोत, म्हणून आम्ही खिन्न आहोत. अशा प्रकारचं उत्तर विणकर कवयित्रीला देतात. दॅट दे रिप्लाय दॅट दे आर वेविंग फॉर द डेड. The witness of the garment is compared to the white color of a feather and that of a cloud. The white color and the midnight chill relate to death. Now, see, in the third stanza, poet indicates the death of human life. In the third stanza, poet indicates the death of human life. And in human life, the white color is purposely used because white color is the symbol of peace. प्रस्तुत तिसऱ्या कडव्यामध्ये कवयित्री पांढऱ्या रंगाचं वर्णन करते, कारण पांढरा रंग हा शांततेचं प्रतीक आहे. हिअर द मॅन इज डेड अँड ए व्हाईट कलर्ड फ्युनरल श्राऊड इज कव्हर्ड विथ हिज बॉडी. पांढऱ्या रंगाचं अंतवस्त्र त्या मृत प्रेतावर झाकलेलं आहे, कारण इथे मृत्यू हे शांततेचं प्रतीक आहे. अशा पद्धतीने कवयित्री सांगते. हिअर स्टुडंट्स, टुडे वी हॅव सीन दॅट द टायटल ऑफ द पोएम, समथिंग अबाउट पोएट अँड स्टांझा वाईज summary or paraphrase of the poem. Tomorrow's period we are going to learn about exact the textbook of the poem stanza one by one. Tomorrow we are going to stop here. Because our chapter is over today. Tomorrow same time, same period for the same topic we are going to meet. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.